I am Brick Princess Buttercup and I am back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that darn look upon your face. So today's video is by request actually. This is a video all about whips, in particular the Indiana Jones whip, and look at this. What a sexy piece, right? So I don't use this as a whip ever. I don't think I've ever needed a minifig to have a whip. But if you do need a whip, perfect. Yeah, this one or this one. Yeah, it'll just clip straight in the minifig's hand and you're done. They will also connect into a hollow stud. The handle, oops, a daisy. So the handles will fit, but actually the tips will also fit too. So the handle and the tip are both the exact same diameter. So if the tip fits, the handle will fit. If the handle fits, the tip will fit. And in fact, if a bar fits into a connection, then the whip is going to fit with the handle or the tip. But be careful with that, because you might think then that if a whip fits, then the bar can fit. But no, not always, like tartan and plaid. So the whip, because it is so flexible, it can often go in places and make connections that the bar is just too rigid and too inflexible to be able to make. So be careful with that one, okay? So why am I making a video all about the Indiana Jones whips? Well, I am in a group chat and this really cool chick got quite a few of these and was like, I don't know what to do with them. Like, what am I supposed to do with them? And I said that I love them. You can do so much, and honestly, you can, because here on my bed, all of the pieces that I had to go, no, we don't have time to talk about, don't have time, because I tried to make this video before and it was 27 minutes and I hadn't got to the end of it. There's more than 40 pieces that can connect in an interesting way to the whip. So I was like, I can't talk about every single piece. I just have to give you a few ideas and let you run free. Learn yourselves, my little ducklings. So I'm just going to go through just a few core ideas. Now, obviously, if you want to make some trees, having some organic flowing shapes is just beautiful. That is a tricky thing with Lego because it is often fairly inert and static. Like we've got some sharp edges, quite rigid, and it's like, so getting some flow and curves, that's one of the challenges and one of the joys. So the whip will actually connect directly into any of these foliage pieces, both the handle and the tip, because remember the rule, if the tip fits, the handle fits. If the handle fits, the tip fits. So we can tuck that straight in. Let's give it a core trunk here with this, and you can wrap this around a bit and then just click it into another place. And you can see already, just with that, you can see that you're getting a really good organic feel to your tree. Then you can use these stems, which obviously come in different colors. So you can get these in the green and you can get them in black and in the brown. Now you can tuck them up the top or you can tuck it down the bottom. It's really however you want to build it. And you tuck this little dude in and flow it around a bit more. We're going to tuck it in over here, and you can just get some really rich shapes going down here, going down, building up, whatever. Anyway, you can get some really flowing organic builds going on. So we've got this here, and what I would do then is I would use these stems and I would build out from here. I would add on extra items. Now, if you add in one of those tap flower pieces, I think of them as those, they're like a hollow stud and they've got the four corners, and if you turn them, they look like they would be a tap head. So you can add some of those to the top, and then you will be able to continue adding more vines if you would like. You know, you can pretty much do what you like, you know. It's your build, isn't it? You could add greenery, you could add frog flowers, you can tuck these underneath and build another vine going down. You know, the world is your oyster. Which, ugh, oysters. It's like sea snot, right? Oh, sorry to anybody who likes it. Okay, so you see you can get some really cool shapes coming down. Now, this is just for like a small minifig size tree, okay? But if you want to do a bigger scale one or a really thick old one, then using these same kind of curly shapes that we've got going on here, you can add some really odd pieces and get some really cool stuff happening. So I'm thinking in particular about the sausage dog and the droid. So the sausage dog, it has an open stud at the top. So again, you can tuck it just straight in there. That's fine. But also underneath, look here, a bar fits straight in. And we all know what happens. If a bar can go in, so can a whip. So the handles can just tuck straight in. You can add a few here because it's so long. You could probably add almost 6, I think, 5 or 6. And these can move around. You can latch them on, one up the top here, or you could extend them on, build them onto foliage. You could build it onto the trunk, or you could use maybe a snot brick, because look at what you can do with a snot brick. A Travis brick is even cooler. I love Travis bricks. And you can twist it around, curve it, and attach. And you can get some seriously cool shapes going down, yeah? Which you could then attach to your little dog, which again could then build into a tree. So you can get some really cool natural organic shapes and some really fantastical ones. Now, with the droid, there's a few ways to connect it. So because there's clips and hollow studs, and you've got the legs that you can angle, so you could keep the legs and the torso connected and attach this to the torso, honestly, you can go absolutely wild. Then we have things like the bar holders, which can slot on the end. And if we get 2 whips and we get one with the handle, then we can connect them together. You see, and you can move these around quite a lot. Now what's cool though is if you take the handle off, the clip you can connect inside the bar holder, but you can also use the clip fitting to tuck it into. So you can get, boy, you can get some cool stuff going on there. Now we're going to move, this is just fairly standard. Look, it's just a 1x1 with the light fitting. You can just tuck it in the side. You can add more on the other side so it extends out, so you're going through, you know. Gosh, it's not normally this many planes. Sorry. Okay, so let's move it on. We have got, since I've done the hot dog, the sausage dog, let's do the hot dog, because I love this. I love this. Look at this, the handle fits straight in. Straight in. How cool is that? And it fits so well that when it comes out, there's a little snick when you bring it out. So we've got some interesting ones here. For instance, this little guy, this little Tyrannosaurus that's lost his little arms. You can slot the handle straight in underneath here. And obviously the clip you can use to get some really cool dynamic angles. Then we have ball joints. Here it will slot in, and here, this, because you can connect it, it's going to be able to move in so many different ways. So you can get some fantastical shapes. This is one that I really enjoy. And that is the fact, this time I am not connecting with the handle or the tip. I am actually going to connect with the length of the whip. And that is any place where you have those little wheels you have on skateboards. this will fit in. You see? How cool is that? Now you don't have to use both of them. You can go under or other the other one. And then you see here, you can get these really cool swirls. You can just have the whip as it is. You can stretch it out and connect it. The handle then can connect to an open stud or a clip or any of the other connections. But because of these, you can connect this straight into a wall and you can make some cool cave art. Like seriously, look at that. Wouldn't that make an awesome cave art? Yeah. Come on, you Paleolithic builders, do it. Paleolithic? Anyway, I'm sure you get what I mean. Along the same vein is the cover of these cool books that we now have. That is the same gap. So it is the same thing. Look, it will fit straight in and it holds so well. And you might be going, well, what am I going to do with that? I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what to build. I don't care what you build. You know, what am I, your mother? But you can connect the clips to this and these can swirl around. Like, I just feel like we can make some pretty cool things here. Maybe an astrolabe or a little orrery. Come on, you've got to be able to do something with this because it just fits so well. You need to use it. Then we have the stems that I said before, the way it connects in, and I feel like we've got a sea creature here that we can do something with. Yeah. Along the same vein, if we take this off, I am now going to connect this handle into what I think of as a dimple piece. So at the bottom of a gem, if you look inside, there is inside a little very narrow hole. How narrow? The same fit. So we can tuck this straight in and it connects so well. And I mean, look at that. That is gorgeous, right? That is a dragon. Almost finished. So close. It's just, But that dimple shape, that's in more places than you might think. I'm just going to show you two because, you know, you can look yourselves. You pick up your pieces, have a look and see what fits. If it fits in one that looks like that, try it with another one. Scorpion. The underside of the scorpion also has a dimple. Tuck that straight in. And obviously the scorpion is so connectable because here, this will connect with the clip, but you can wrap this around like a vine and it can tuck back up into the hollow stud. And look at that. Couldn't you just see some fantastic jungle scene using this, right? That's beautiful. But that's not the only one. This is the one that I love because what? 1x2 hinge bricks. Seriously. Underneath. Dimples. Dimples. So you can get this. You have to line it up and yet it needs to go straight in. But look at that. How amazing. And obviously, because this moves in a very different direction from the others, you can get some fantastic angles here. And on the top, maybe you want to add one of those tap flowers that I was talking about so that you can click it in. And here, you'll be able to set this however you like. Lovely, right? I hope that you are enjoying as much as I am. Maybe I'm the only person that enjoys whips in this way. So the cross form piece, which you'll see in the Technic pieces or in 2x2 rounds, so like in the cylinder here or in the dome. Not the cone. The cone is actually a straight one because it's wider at the bottom and it comes in the top. You can connect with the hollow stud at the top, that connector. But these guys, you can tuck in whichever way you like and it will hold because it has that cross form, that cruciform, and it will grip really well. What's fascinating about these, and this includes the cone here, is you will see with the internal hole, around this, that gap, that will fit a whip. A whip will sit between the external wall and the internal wall and it will slide in beautifully. Here we go. And it will hold. It will hold so well. Now that one, I didn't push it in, so it does hold. I wouldn't use this for, like, I would not expect this to be a strong connection. I would not add too much responsibility onto the shoulders of this. I would use it more for accents, like, I mean, I don't know, maybe you want to make a crazy looking ram or something, but it does fit in really well. The internal one is really strong, so you can go wild with that. Do whatever you want with that because that's fantastic. But this one, using between, I would use that really mostly just for accents, because if you put any kind of weight or pressure on this, well, it's just going to collapse, isn't it? And why would you set yourself up for tears like that? If you know that that's going to be like that, find another way. So the straight cylinder is easier because it does give more give, and it will go more give. It gives more space. So when it's curved or on the angle, you will only be able to go in so far, but when it's straight, you're going to be able to go all the way down. It's nice that it's clear so that you can see what I mean. So see, it's a good connection, but don't ask too much of it. Yeah? Okay? It's not a miracle worker. Okay. Oh, the cruciform ones are great though. They just slot straight in. Yeah. Oh, and let's see the other end. You've got the macaroni. Yeah. That will go in. I find the curve in the tip, it just wants to do its own thing. So the handles are the better bet to join in. See, look, this one, recalcitrant. You're grounded. Okay, let's turn. Show me the handle. There. See? It holds so well. Oh gosh, that looks like a horn or something, doesn't it? Oh, can do something with that. Now, the last one in that same kind of connection is this little dude, which I love. And if we connect this, oh, look at that. I mean, you can see that maybe on an alien planet, there's a sentient plant life, maybe that's going to attack and eat us, like the Triffids or something. Or you could see it as maybe like an underwater build, because it does have that flow to it. That works really well. Or, ooh, that could actually be a really cool light fitting. Yeah? Yes. Oh my God, that's kind of got some beautiful Art Nouveau lines to it. I want a floor lamp made like that. So now we come to using, obviously these feed through. Anything that's got a hole you can be able to feed through and then anchor it. But when you've got something like this, the seedling or the sapling, however you want to call it, if you feed this through, you can then anchor it. Here we go, on an open stud. This is just an inverted tile, but it's a great little base. And then twist it around, and this one I'm just connecting it here to a telescope because, you know, why not? Why not? So here we go. And you can see, you can get some really creative shapes here. It's easier if you can actually make them connect. There we go. So there, look at that. I honestly don't know what exactly I would make from this, but I just want to keep looking at that so I know that it was going to do something, because look at that form. I'm going to come up with something that I'm going to want to use that for, so I just have to remember that. The last one that I want to share, I mean there's all these others that I want to share, but this last one that I'm going to share is the Friends mini doll. I adore pulling these apart. There's so many useful pieces. The hair's great too, but look here, see this? It connects directly in. Yes, isn't that great? I mean, I don't know. Ooh, I like the way it moves. I honestly don't know what I would want to do with this, but you've got to be able to do something with this. Maybe a jack in the box, or holy, no, seriously, look at this. Borg, look, we can connect this up, and it's just just the torso of the, oh my God. And then the head, which then other bits can connect in on the top. Again, another whip could connect. Oh, Borg. I need to make the Borg queen. I totally do, don't I? Oh. Okay, so that's all I'm going to go through right now with the whip, with the Indiana Jones whip in particular. Why the Indiana Jones whip in particular? Well, that's the one that Vicky got, but also because this leads in very nicely to the next video that I'm going to make. I'm going to talk you through, I'm going to give you some little pictures and videos and some little insight into a submission on Lego Ideas. Now this is a Indiana Jones build. This is by a wonderful builder who you can check out on Instagram. He's there as TV Rules My Life, so you can go over and check and see, and you'll understand like why I'm crazy for his stuff. Now he has recently become a member of the 10,000 Club, 10K Club. His beautiful build of The Nightmare Before Christmas, he entered it in Lego Ideas about 3 months ago, and it's got to 10,000, which is amazing. And now he's got Indiana Jones build. Now you don't have to like Indiana Jones to like this build. You just have to like clean, elegant builds, especially one that's got a flow and it's got this thematic cohesion that is lovely. The reason that I'm going to talk you through it, it's going to get to 10,000. Like, it's as simple as that. You may as well jump on and be part of it. It's going to get to 10,000. But I'm hoping that we can get him to give us a little something if we help him get it to 5,000. So if you do go and vote for it, please, in the comments, ask him when he gets it to 5,000, if he could give us a little build, which I know he can do because he's so clever, if he could give us a dog-themed build. Why dog-themed? One of the few things I know about Indiana Jones, because, shh, and please don't tell him this, I have not watched all of the Indiana Jones movies. But the reason is I remember seeing Sean Connery, Dr. Jones, telling Harrison Ford that he'd named himself after the dog. The dog was named Indiana. It was Indy. So I think that he should make us a little dog-themed archaeologist going off adventures called Indiana Bones. Don't you think so? Come on. That would be so good. That would be so good. Just a little something so you can help make this real, okay? Seriously, it is going to get to 10,000, so like it or don't like it, it's going to get there. So he's already got one that's going to be in the review. This one's probably going to be in the same. Yeah, you could be part of it though. But my next video, I will take you through and show you all the things I love about it, and I might sort of like pester him and see if I can get some insight as to why he did it particular ways, or his favourite parts of the build, or I don't know, what he thinks about walruses, because that's important. You know, I think it's important to get everyone's opinion on walruses. Okay, thank you so much for stopping by. There was just too many here. I couldn't get them all, and this is still far too long, but well, whatever. Done. Don't watch to the end. That's okay. Just stop after 2 minutes. As always, if you have any questions or comments or feedback, please do give it to me. If you're interested in seeing more of my things, please bounce over to Instagram and have a look there. I have the same name. It's Brick Princess Buttercup. I think I'm the only one, so yeah, you'll know because my face is on there anyway. So hop over there, check it out, and look, if there's things that you're thinking that I should do better, because I know I should do this a lot better, please tell me, because I am gathering some ideas, and you know, I'll probably get some actual lighting and maybe a microphone and maybe some hair ties, because I know I'm always touching and moving and it must be really irritating to watch, so I'm sorry. Okay, thank you again for stopping by. I hope to see you soon, and see ya.